Hello everybody, my name is Tony Ward.
And I'm Nicole Ward.
And we are from Montgomery County, Pennsylvania. We currently have two children, Tony Ryan Ward, who's 16 years old.
And Alana Jasmine Ward, who's 9.
You almost forgot her age. Pretty much. But, so we've been given a series of questions here for us to answer, and we're going to answer it as honestly as we can. Give any personal feedback or our personal thoughts. And so why don't we go ahead and get started. So question number 1. When did you know your child had the special something that it takes to succeed in this business? A school play, singing around the house or at church, taking a photo. What was the aha moment?
How about I ask the questions?
Yeah, that'd be better actually.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Good idea.
You should have thought about
What
that.
was the aha moment when you realized that your kid has what it takes to make it?
Wait. I heard my name. What are you guys doing?
Welcome.
No, they said my name.
Oh, I'm not even. Okay.
Yeah,
Wait,
well,
what?
They said my name.
Hey, Tone.
Hey.
So this is Tony Ryan here. We'll try to get a little snug. All right. Yeah, crush.
All right, so what was your question again?
Okay. When did you know that your child has a special something that it takes to succeed in this business? A school play, singing around the house, or at church, taking a photo? What was the aha moment when you realized your kid has what it takes to make it?
Well, I think we knew very early on, at least with you, Miss Alana, when you basically dropped the whole album singing with the microphone, I think at like, I want to say 3 years old. So that along with twirling around the house and, you know, just listening to videos and just being, you know, dramatic about it.
Yeah.
We just knew right away. We just knew.
Yeah, I mean, she would get in her
Princess
her
dress.
princess dresses. She literally had this chest full of princess dresses, and she would go in and put them on, and she'll act out a part of a movie, like for instance, like The Belle or Cinderella.
Yeah.
I mean, Snow White. It was almost crazy, actually. But
you.
you know, after a while, I started thinking to myself, like, man, you know, she likes drama, acting, like you know, gymnastics. So, you know, that was great. And then with Tone, you know, since he was younger, you know, wherever we went with him, we always got stopped. And the first thing we were like, oh my gosh, your son is so gorgeous. Like, if you don't mind me asking, what is your mix? You know, and you know, it was nice. It was nice to see that people appreciate it. You know, that, like his racial mix.
Yes.
You know? And then they would ask, well, did you ever think about getting him into modeling? And you know, we never really thought about it.
No.
Finally, you know, we did, and you know.
And I think a couple of years ago, he's actually chosen like 1 out of a million people for a Gap campaign. So that kind of, you know, was the first time it really solidified what we've been told and what we already knew very early on.
Yep. So, all right, why don't we go to question 2?
Next question. What does your support system look like? Who do you call when you have to be at work and your child has a last-minute audition? How do you and your spouse, if applicable, share the responsibilities? What are you laughing at?
Sorry. God, you're doing well. You're doing well. Applicable.
Applicable.
I'm only in 4th grade.
All right.
Being the parent of a potential child/star.
Ooh. Well,
Wow.
as far as support system,
Yes.
we are fortunate to have 2 sets of grandparents. So,
Yes.
you know, they definitely help us share the burden, help us share the load. There's been times where, you know, either one of them have had auditions in New York
Yes.
where, you know, either my mom or her mom, my dad or her dad would help us, you know, bring them up to New York while we're at work. You know, so in that case, you know, it's kind of been working so far.
Yeah, not without challenges, but definitely, you know, between our family and our friends, definitely helping us out because it really does take a village. Like we definitely need help and, you know, to have a strong support system makes this a little bit more easier. So,
Yep. Just
you
a
want to
little
ask a
bit.
question?
Why not? Question
You pick the
number
next
3.
one.
How do you prepare your child for an audition? Who goes over lines or works on poses or helps with pitch when singing? What does this look like? Share difficult, challenge, and funny stories.
Ooh, okay, so
What are you
prep,
saying? Is
actually,
it you?
so this is what usually happens, right? So my
Tell
wife
her
will
how
take
it
my
is.
wife will take the first. She'll take the first, you know, iteration of practice for auditions and everything. Then I'll come in and we'll do it correctly then because most time it's usually not correct.
Yeah.
But and then you know, no, we usually go back and forth. We both chip in. It is an exciting time for all of us actually because you know, this is new to us, and we enjoy it, and we like to see Tony Ryan and Alana kind of acting out their natural gifts and talents, and it's really a blessing to see.
Absolutely. And even with Tone, I mean, just practicing and going over lines and how he wants to, like, even just the way that he looks at whatever product that he's going to be telling, like, he's a natural. Like, we don't really have to do too much. I mean, he's really only told like once or twice, and he kind of gets the gist and just rolls with it. So.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes we can get crazy though. We can be demanding at times, but
never.
Yeah, Mom. Yeah, sure.
All right. Well, let me go to question 3.
No, that was 3.
That was 3?
This is 4 now.
Okay,
You get the
4.
next one. I'm sorry. You get the next
4.
one.
Do you need help with numbers?
No.
Excuse
me.
Because I actually count to 5. Do you need help?
Well, after 5, we'll give it to him to take us home. All right, go ahead.
All right, question number 4. As a child, did you ever want to get, quote unquote, get into the industry? If so, in what ways will your child's career be different than yours? If not, who do you turn for industry advice?
Well, for me personally, I've never really thought about getting into the industry. I mean, I was in the dancing and the cheerleading and everything else, but never really crossed my mind to get into like acting or modeling or anything like that. So, the careers for these two are going to be what they make it for them, because, essentially we're learning as they're learning. So definitely like nothing in my immediate, childhood that I was looking forward to, but which makes it so much more exciting to have not 1 but 2 children go through this and, just learning along with them. So it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, and for me, kind of the same thing. I wasn't really exposed to this industry, so, they've already surpassed me. Even when they had their first auditions, they already surpassed me. As a child, I probably did not want to get into this. Not that I didn't want to get into the industry, it's just a lack of exposure, kind of prevented me or kind of steered my attention away from this industry. So.
You definitely got what it takes.
Definitely got. Thank you.
So
Thank you. That's good to hear.
sweet.
Maybe I should have tried to do it back in the day.
Aw, that's so sweet, Lana.
All
right, you getting back to your sister?
Wait, was that all the question?
No, she's on 5 now.
No, was that? Oh,
Yes.
too
No,
far.
we answered that.
Oh, if now, who do we turn to?
Oh. Oh, okay.
We actually do have one person who we talked to, a friend we talked to, who's actually also in the industry, and he's been giving us advice, and he's done things like Verizon commercials, and he was on movies, sitcoms, National Law and Order. So he's really embedded in the industry, and we don't hesitate at all to go and bounce questions off of him. And he always has good feedback for us, always has good advice, honest feedback and advice for us. So we kind of know what to prep for.
And also some of the bookings that they've had, I've had conversations with moms or, dads of those parents because, they've been in it a lot longer than we have. So just even conversationally, like, some of the things or challenges that they go through, what to look out for, stuff like that. So even just in those shoots, we try to get as much insight about it as possible, so that, kind of helps us out. So.
Okay.
So
Next question.
Question number 5. What do you do for a living, and how have your child's aspirations affected your day-to-day life in good and challenging ways?
Wow.
So what do I do for a living? I am a electrical engineer, and I've always wanted to be an electrical engineer. And
I am a chemical engineer.
There you
I've
go.
always
So 2
wondered.
engineers. So you can only imagine what our discussions are about, or you can only imagine we agree on everything.
Okay, continue. Sorry.
Yeah, Mom, that's what happens.
Anyway.
Get your sister. You sit over there.
All right. No, he's good. I need the calm one by now. I'm just kidding. So sorry. So I lost the second part of the
What was
question.
the second part? Oh, how is it affected?
How does it affect our day to day? So I guess we could honestly say it hasn't really affected our day to day yet. Well, maybe that's not all the way true. There were times where we've had auditions where we've had to turn around like the next day and go to a location like New York City or Delaware. And that's caused some, us to make some adjustments in our schedules.
Absolutely.
And be pretty flexible
Yes.
with our schedules, and so there have been challenges because there's been times where we've had something going on the next day
Yeah.
at work that was pretty demanding,
Yeah.
and we've had to kind of push that to the side a little bit in order to bring them to one of their auditions or a photo shoot or an interview. So
Yeah, I remember having a phone call like Friday at 11, and they're like, can you, it was I think an audition for Tony, and it was like, can you rush him up here? And I'm like, well, what time's the audition? They're like, oh, it's at 3 o'clock. So we're like, oh, okay, that's fine. And they're like, no, it's in New York City. So us being in the Philadelphia region, I'm like trying to calculate, okay, if I get off now, do we take the train? Do we take, so it definitely is, again, just like a work in progress, and that is really a major shift in getting that flexibility that you otherwise wouldn't be used to if you're not in industry, but also having, the expectation that that's how some of these, auditions go, and some of these clients where they want a quick turnaround, for these things. So, what do you think, Tom? You good?
you guys are quiet.
I know.
Okay.
This is unlike you.
Next question.
Oh yeah, you're right. Tell us about the compromises and sacrifices you, as the parent of your specific children,
Yeah.
have made to see your children attend auditions or shoots.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, like we just said, there's been times where, particularly with our day-to-day jobs, we both work full time. So there's been times where we've had, whether